Hi there, Gemini. Thank you for joining me for your year 2012 horoscope. Before we get into this new year, I just want to take you back to the events of the solar eclipse which occurred towards the end of November. Because 5 months of that solar eclipse is still going to be working potently into this new year, so it's almost like a backdrop. And this is really getting you to think very carefully about how you interact with other people. Now, the solar return, which occurred right at the start of this year, saw the Sun just a couple of degrees apart from Pluto. Now, Pluto is the planet of power, and if we use Pluto wisely, it can be a force for great good, particularly, for example, if you decided to get together with somebody and between you, you had a real spirit and a drive to achieve something, it could go really well. But Pluto can also be the planet of domination. And if you use unwise tactics, particularly in business, it really could come back on you in this year. So, especially around any kind of financial stuff, investments, insurance claims, property deals, it is going to be important to understand that you're going to have a lot of power and you need to use that power wisely. Now, the first month of this year sees a wonderful collection of planets in your sister air sign of Aquarius. And this could find you really quite needing to break out. So if you find yourself going off for an early holiday, for some winter sun or for some snow, it really wouldn't be a surprise. But remember, we can expand our world from the comfort of our living room these days, particularly through the internet. And I feel that you're going to be very inquisitive this year and want to really reach out an awful lot more. However, there is a big change which occurs at the start of February, because Neptune has been working through the part of your horoscope over the last 12 years that's very much to do with legalities and to do with interaction overseas. If you've done a world backpacking tour in that time, it was probably absolutely glorious. But if you found yourself getting into some murky relationships, that wouldn't be a surprise either. Now, Neptune's now going to move to the top of your horoscope, and it's saying to you that over the next 10 years or more, you can use its dreamy energies brilliantly as far as your professional situation is concerned, but you have to be conscious that you may encounter some people who are not quite ready for some of your ideas. So you need to think them through and be very clear-headed. Additionally, Saturn starts a backward journey on February the 7th. This is going to last for 5 months. Now, Saturn, despite what you hear, can be a planet of great purpose and goodness. It's the glue that holds everything together. But this retrograde is going to be going backwards in your sector of romance and creativity. So you're really going to have to roll your sleeves up through to May and keep your nose to the grindstone. Don't take anyone or any situation for granted. But then, on the 20th of May, there is a wonderful solar eclipse in your sign. And this provides a backdrop for the following 6 months. And there's a real green light for you to express your individuality. Furthermore, Jupiter joins your sign in June. And this is a huge bonus. Essentially, this only comes around approximately every 12 years, so you have to seize it with both hands. This is the traditional planet of luck in astrology, but we can't just take it for granted. We have to work its energies and really go for it. And the harder you work, the luckier you're going to get for the rest of this year. Now then, Mars is also in a tricky part of your horoscope for the first 7 months of this year. It's in an area which can make you defensive and niggly. You may want to make some changes about where you live, and you need to be patient enough to let the other people around you have their point of view too, particularly if you share your property or you live in a family situation. Just be aware that this defensiveness can come up because you need to understand and become more at ease with the more feminine side of your nature. Now, from the 4th of July, Mars moves into an absolutely brilliant location for you. And this can all point towards a really fun summer for you. So you'll be getting out the barbecue, you'll be playing host, you'll be much more sociable and much more in the mood to join in. But I also feel that I need to tell you a lot about Saturn's move in October, because then it moves into an area of your horoscope which can see a lot of your efforts of the last 2.5 years rewarded. If, however, you've been coasting a little bit as far as your talents are concerned, this is your chance to get to it. The last quarter of 2012 can see you doing very well in business and practical things, but it's all about application. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.